Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here with another great solution to help you folks save money and make your life a little bit simpler. And to walk us through it, I've got Mr. Mark Kimber, Chief Revenue Officer of the cool company I discovered called Fintech. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Hey, looking forward to this conversation.
Yeah, so you guys are not new to me, not new. You've been around for 3+ decades helping people with invoicing in the alcohol universe. And now you're expanding to the full-up hospitality industry. What's the history behind you guys?
Yeah, it's a great question. So fintech, because it's an industry, we get kind of tagged into that whole financial metric of software.
I thought you were about helping fish swim more efficiently.
Yeah. But 33 years ago, we had a pretty large enterprise customer, a grocery chain, came to us and said, hey, we're having a hard time staying on top of paying all our alcohol invoices because of the governance and the terms. And so they started kind of in the compliance space to really keep large enterprise customers and that sell beer, wine, or spirits compliant in the States because
There's so many rules. I worked in the alcohol business. Y'all, it's crazy how much you have to follow. So you really simplified the process for them, probably took a lot of that pressure off of them to make sure that they were doing the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to make sure a product can be consistently delivered in the back door without disruptions.
Yeah. All right. So that sets the stage up to expand. So why expand in the hospitality industry, and how are you going about that?
Yeah, another good question. You know, when we kind of onboard or work with some of our larger enterprise customers in mid-market, as they go through consulting engagements, working on other ERP projects or upgrades, they say consistently the consulting companies come back and go, hey, how come you're really buttoned up on the alcohol side? You know what all your invoices are, everything tick and ties, but everything else is kind of a garage sale. And that kind of spurs our customers right now coming to us going, hey, is there any way you can do Frito-Lay? Is there any way you can do propanes? And so it really made sense because of the sheer
propane or propane accessories as well. I'm in Texas filming this, so I got to make a King of the Hill reference.
Yeah, think of this way. It has given us two distinct opportunities. So one, we're in the 3-tier system today. There's roughly 620,000 businesses in the US that sell alcohol.
Wow.
That's it. That's our total available market. So it allows us to expand our offerings in that current subset of customers that we're in to ingest other invoices to simplify that engagement, but also allows us to expand our total available market and step outside of the 3 systems.
So why should hoteliers care? How are you going to help them?
Yeah, another really good question. You know, when you're kind of having staffing, right, is consistently, it's really about the efficiencies of scale and allowing the operators to kind of take care of the guests on a day-to-day basis and stay out of the back office from an administrative standpoint.
So what would you say are some of the challenges that hoteliers are facing that you're able to solve problems for?
Yeah, what we hear basically is really trying to get the visibility to that debt quicker. And so by moving to an EDI engagement of your 100% of your vendor network, it simplifies the delivery of that data from the vendor straight into your ERP system, gives you better visibility to cash flow, pending debt, gives you visibility of compliance, products that may be coming into the business that you shouldn't be receiving, or pricing is out of whack, or case pack sizes, things like that. So there's really an economy of scales of digitizing all the invoice traffic.
That's pretty cool because, and you guys know this, you're under so much stress and pressure right now. One mistake could cost you so many man hours, and who knows what the financial responsibility could be behind it. So
Absolutely.
when every dollar counts, you're helping save pennies and dollars and a whole lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really the crux of it is to allow those people in those roles to take care of the guests, and operators kind of focus on the business at hand. I'll simplify the accounting, reconciliation be done quicker, and what we hear from our current install base, it's about 5 minutes in savings from an ROI standpoint of having to manually key in an accurate invoice.
All right, so that's just one invoice. Think about how many invoices your hotels are getting every single day out there, and those time savings really start to add up. All right, there's so many technology products out there. Why pay attention to fintech first and pull the trigger on it?
Well, I think our track record speaks for itself. When you kind of think of scale, we ingest about 250,000 invoices a day. That runs through our engine just on the alcohol side. So we're extremely efficient on how we do it. The data's accurate, the infrastructure's already built. I think the second thing is we actually do all the heavy lifting. So what we find is when we're talking to customers, they're either making that business decision, I'd like to do it, I don't have the infrastructure or the resources, or if I'm going to take it upon myself, what's this burden cost going to be? But the bigger thing is if you have 50 unique vendors that you work with on a monthly basis, you may have to write 50 unique integrations to support that, where we actually go do the heavy lift. And so there's a single integration coming into your ERP system, whether it's Birchstreet, Coupa, or whatever you're using.
It's really funny. The hotel we're at right now, I did an event for Birchstreet here. Yeah, last year, as a matter of fact.
Partner of ours.
Yeah. Oh, that's really fantastic. All right. So you got me convinced. So how do I learn more about fintech and the savings you can offer to hoteliers?
Yeah, probably the easiest way is just to go to www.fintech.com. There's a multiple viewpoints that you can kind of look at and interest. We can schedule a demo. We've got people lined up to kind of do that and walk you through it. And in some cases, we do what we call a POC and say, hey, listen, let us not just tell you what we can do, let you show what we can do. Start with 3 or 4 vendors, see if that works. And if it makes sense, then we kind of move forward. And if it doesn't, we shake hands and
Nice.
wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Great. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. And thanks to all of you for paying attention. I hope that you find ways to save more money, especially with these guys over here. I'm Glenn. Make sure you like and share this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.